more Slipways today, I think. Maybe we'll do a different game as well, but I think I'll start with it today. I'm feeling quite chipper. Today we have a sector with abundant resources, which makes certain plants give you a bonus to money if you build the things on it that it wants, which is only 3 of the most basic resources, or water and biomatter. Alright. We'll get random races and in council, of course. So, we've got the Dender, we've got the Vittorian, we've got the Ephorians today. Have we seen that combination before? Yes, a couple times recently, in fact. Our insane 87,000 score with teleporters got one of those things. That was with the previous teleporters, although that run I think would have been a very high score nonetheless. Maybe about 10 to 20,000 less, but still, right? I feel like that would have been an amazing run nonetheless. We've also got researchers, I believe. I'm starting to recognize it by the icons at this point. Yeah, it's researchers. And nutrition. Which are, you know, the 2 last perks I would have picked myself, but, you know, we don't get a choice here. So, do we have anything we might want to use researchers on? Well, perhaps xenotourism, right? I found, you know, just last run, right? Well, we had not the best score in the world, but certainly the xenotourism run, it worked out fairly well, right? So let me just send a test chat to see if... Yep, alright, that's working. I'm gonna maybe get a bot at some point, but we'll do so if we get like lots of people, right? Asking the same question, I'll maybe invest in it. For now though, let's go ahead and have a look at where we should start. So we do not have the Bakar available, but we do have a 5er over here. It will not become a 6er no matter what I try. So that could be a start. And then can we also get an additional 4 somehow? No, we only get 3 if I take the 5. So I could take 4 here. Could we then take that 5? Oh, we could take this 4 and that 4. I think I'll take the 5. Maybe we'll be able to found a planet and then get a better scan on top, right? It's not looking like it, although, you know, the 4-bear rune's neat. So, you know, we could have this as an option. But, you know, there's also food synth available, potentially, right? Food synth being our new option. Unfortunately, food synth has a bit of a problem in that it requires 2 resource inputs to even get it to established, which makes it, you know, fairly hard to satisfy. It's only on forageables as well. I mean, sometimes it can do something for you, but most of the times food synth is not a great perk. It's a bit too stringent in its requirements, right? So overall, maybe don't really want to look up in this upper area over here. I can't see my mouse, right? It's a bit barren with the lava planet and the 4-bear rune in between. I mean, unlocking the 4-bear would be nice. Instead though, let's look at the other side of the swamp. Let's get these 3, I think. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Could you potentially reach... No, you cannot. So, you know, perhaps we could do something like make food here. Right? Or perhaps we could do something like, you know, do it the other way around. And, you know, then we've got, you know, a setup going. This is a sort of a 2-way trade, right? The unfortunate part is the location of this food synth planet, right? Let's have a look. I mean, there's lots of stuff around it. Right, so that could be a start. It would feel like a bit of a waste, though, if we found a primordial over here, which would be a better source of food, because then this could be goods instead. Because it feels like, you know, using forge worlds for things is a bit on the iffy side when you don't have a plan to make goods from other things. And we kind of don't have flexible fabrication available. And we don't have enlightenment available. So we have to make goods as well as, we have culture hubs. So, that sort of incentivizes us to make goods. We could also go orbital as, but there's quantum computing. So, probably want to go culture hubs, quantum computing, and universal harmony. So we have two sources of culture. There's no skill up facilities. Maybe we'll be able to find it out of a ruin, right? That would be kind of the ideal ruin tech. There are two races, I believe, that could get it. I don't know if the Ephorians can get skill up. I don't think so. I think Vittori only. That's still right. What else could Vittori find? Well, teleporters, I guess. Yeah, teleporters, right. We've got technocracy and ascension from them. Currently, right. That might change. So, yeah, this blocks things off, doesn't it? I mean, sure, you're here, right? But I mean, that does look good, doesn't it? Like, especially since there's one what's the word? Unspecified connection here, right? A hidden extension, where if we get 2 inputs of people here, it will make 2 biomatter and 2 water in total. So it could send another water into the mine. And we'll have 1 more biomatter spare. So we nearly used up this whole Gaia world. Focusing your empire around Gaia world seems like a, it's worked well for me in the past. The only thing we're missing is a food over here. Might be okay, right? Might not be, depends, right? I think we'll start with the, it's a bit slow. The effective 2-way trade over here. That will give us decent income. I could found this colony, but it has an upkeep of 2. Right. And we don't have the Dender thing for less upkeep. So I might want to check around if there's stuff around it, right? Maybe we'll get it. We'll get completely different ideas from the information we find over here. So far we haven't found much. Although, I found a source of goods, so that could be nice. Like, if I find an additional colony in this direction, it would be excellent. Would you look at that? An Earth-like. Unfortunately, that lava is in the way, I would assume. Yeah. Although, it might not be. It's hard to tell, right? I would like to know. Yeah, it is in the way. Oh. I mean, we could potentially do this as well, right? It would be in the way of that. This lava is horribly in the way. Can we blow it up? You're right. Can we destroy it? The things you say, right? I'm talking about games. Should get a better keyboard, to be honest. Alright, new tasks available. Establish new trade routes for 6 different resources. Increase population by 4, which we haven't done yet. Or start studying ore. I think it'd be a bit early to start studying. We want to get a stable income first. So that's our choice then. It was fairly simple, fairly effective. Let's go ahead and make you happen. A double 13. The connections are rather expensive up here. But we do get a stable start from it. This is so unfortunate, isn't it? You poor unfortunate thing. We did unlock an alternative up here for chips. Since this isn't the ideal world for it. Although, that is... Can you at least connect? No, you can't. I mean, this is, what you want it to be. Because this will make extra money. So, That is where we want to go. Now, making chips over here sounds like not a great deal. So let's go ahead and make goods instead. Now, you would love to make water, wouldn't you? So if we went and made water here and food here, right, or people there, we could make some goods here and we could make some ore here. Right, sort of lock some things off, of course. Right, and this lava is horribly in the way, we've already observed. So we would want to make a few microchips over there as well. I mean, that double use this ore, right? So we get the additional income. That's sort of more like the thing, right? I'd want to try to maximize the income from this mine over here. Mostly because, you know, it has the bonus income effect, and we should try to get our sectors. Also, you know, trying to build around this asteroid over here would be a good idea for the early game. I mean, that would get us 10 income. Well, it will be lessened by a bit if we found these things. But, you know, at the same time, I would like to stabilize, so... will we be able to afford all of this? We might need to do things in a particular order in order to be able to do it. Range of 14. And then, you know, I suppose water over here would be the thing I'd want. If we can afford it, right? 8 and 5. I mean, we're just about capable of it, but I might be floating this. I mean, no, we're not really floating it, right? We could always have this as an emergency ore for this one. And then use it in only one direction if we can't find a colony for water up here. I would like to get maximum value out of this asteroid. Or at least close to, right? I mean, we'll still be floating you, but that's fine. We'll get to September this way. And exploit it for 24, and then still have enough time to sort of connect most things before the start of the next year, and, you know, get the mission complete, as well as the other mission, in fact. So yeah, make 4 more goods. I suppose I will, right, because of the 80 credits on this. I typically always want to do the Euphorian mission. Do we want to do science as well? Or do we want to make 2 more colonies happen? I mean, to be honest, like, 2 more colonies would be great if we could make it happen, right? But the hard part is that, like, just that. This lava is so in the way. If I didn't have that, at least, you know, I would be able to deal with this somewhat more effectively. But right now, we're just not capable of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and improve our yearly science output by 3. That seems like a more reasonable mission than getting a specific lab. We just have to get any sort of lab. I want to explore up here and see, you know, if we can't somehow get this one some people. Which we can. So we don't need this connection then. Feels a bit weird. Right. Boxing you in like this. Like maybe we don't want to do that. Because if I don't box this in, I do get the opportunity to send a person from up here. I mean, this connection can also be made, right? We maybe have an opportunity for an ore laboratory as well. This whole get up. I mean, I would be sort of restricting this from getting a second ore. But I don't think it's a huge problem. Mostly because... I wish I... Do we have freeze-resistant bolts? We don't, right? Yeah, that's a Silphid exclusive, isn't it? Like, hold on just a second, right? If we do something like this, right? That connection's 15, sure, right? We can do that for 17, but this one's only 6. This one's 13. I mean, we can float this for a bit, right? We don't have to do it immediately. I think I prefer this overall. It's a cheaper solution overall. So 8 and 5 is 13. We're short by a bit, aren't we? I do want to take it though. If only for the increased income, right? Wish we could utilize it somewhat better, but we can get our Fattori mission complete here with an ore laboratory for a reasonable number of science, in fact. 3, because I would like to use this person for other purposes than making ore. So, you know, this person would have to come from this planet as well. Oh, that's not bad, right? It's another two-way trade. We can't get all 3 ore things, I think. That would be a little bit too challenging, right? Yeah, I don't think we are capable of getting that. Also, like, this is... I mean, this puts our empire size up as well, right? Which is another thing that we'll have to worry about. Can we get to October is the question? Well, 6 months, right? I think it's too much to wait. So, no, not really. Would I want to explore somewhat here? Maybe not, right? I think the better solution would be to attach this first. Right. We can sell it off slowly, giving us 9 income. Or, you know, we can gather everything we can use and get 31. I mean, the 9 income is not terrible. Can we get an asteroid? We can. So, you know, we can still do the two-way trade even if we get the income. Which, you know, that is preferable. We get to December exactly, so we get the two-way trade. And we even got the extra 2 money, right? The extra abundant resources are actually quite helpful for us. Alright, so what am I looking for? Looking for utilization of resources to the most optimal possible extent. Yeah, we could get it water if I wanted to, but I'm more particularly interested in getting a laboratory up. We can get, you know, we can get it started. And we do make money from this laboratory, you know, because of the export bonus we've got going. So, you know, in that sense, it's not even bad. It's just that we'd have to use another asteroid on this. Perhaps we can get both. Yeah, so this is what I was hoping. Oh, 20. I placed this excellently. Unwittingly, but excellently. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get you started as well. And then we can get you as well. And get even more two-way trades. Of course, we're paying for the laboratory, but, you know, it's fine. We will do so. And get science. And get more science. And I could get even more, but at that point it's sort of greedy. So let's go ahead and try to get some food. Ah, well, this is a bit of a pickle. You know, we just got like 5 asteroids there. I mean, it's money, right? So I guess we'll get the science then. No reason not to do so, but at the same time, the food problem here has gotten a bit acute. So you were 13, right? Yeah, we can just about afford you. Let's do so. Get to December that way, skipping 1 month. I think that's fine. We still get the income from it at the very least. I'm not really sure what we're doing with this extra water. We've got 8 science, 6 science a year going. That's very nice. We'll go ahead and unlock the quantum sensors at this point, which will allow us to do nicer scans. Okay, I mean, this is a source of food for one of the 2. I'd love to get one that can reach both, but I think you are going to be out of range. I think we're going to need 2 sources of food for this whole mess that we've created. So now the issue is, how do we get the source of food? All of this wants robots, right? Like, which one, right? Which one do we pick here? So if I pick the Earth-like, right, which would be the most reasonable candidate, actually, we'll get a robot from there. We'll use one of the foods in here, I suppose, right? That's sort of a natural thing to do. And then, you know, what are we going to do with this jungle, right? It's kind of sitting here, not really being capable of doing much. Because of the lack of robots. Same with this Arctic, in fact. Well, you know, we could try to do something like this, right? And then make a biometric here. And make a water there, right? That would use most of it. You know, barring the jungle. Maybe it can become xenotourism later, right? If only we had a source of robots. I mean, again, like the thing we had last time, right? Those would be great, but we don't have those. Yeah, maybe we'll go with this setup then. We'll fix like 2 of our 3 problematic planets. Wow, can't speak today. This way. Although not entirely, right? Because you are crossing. So, right. I mean, this will have to be a colony, but if I make this that we can't cross, it's always something, isn't it? Wait, you are capable of getting a chip from here. So maybe that's the answer? I mean, you can't reach is the problem, right? Like, you would be a great colony here. Do we have cultural exchange? No, but we do have economic zones, which we, you know, will be able to utilize in some way, form, or shape. I'll also be able to utilize another chip from here, which I like, because that will make this probably prosperous fairly quickly. I know we're looking at prosperous, yeah, because of the ability we get. I thought you were out of range, right? We still have to make this a food plant. And now this also wants a food. Which makes things even more challenging over here. I mean, we could just ignore the arid in that case, right? We would make a biometric here for you, and then we'd put you in the middle. We'd have 2 colonies next to each other for cultural exchange. It's not bad, right? I think it's better than the previous plan, simply because we take care of this arid here. I can see that. We can do this. And then that. You know? And then we get this. I mean, we get somewhat less value out of this, but we go to September in order to try to get this monoculture farm up before January hits. Now, we get our culture hubs. Right. I'm sure, right? Another question is, where do we use them, right? I mean, this does sound like a reasonable place to do it. If I make a culture up here, we could, you know, send out some water and biomatter. In fact, yeah, I mean... Although, you know, maybe not immediately, because maybe we'll want to send it somewhere else. We can immediately use an additional resource if I send it this way. I think that's valuable enough. Well, there are a number of other candidates for this culture, right? We could send it here as well, which would maybe be a cheaper solution, right? Because it's likely we'll find a human for this. It's unlikely we'll find another ore, actually. Right? I mean, yeah, you are here, but it's going to be disastrously hard to squeak an additional thing in there. I would have had to move the lab up a bit more. That would have been a bit too much foresight for me to handle, I suppose, right? I guess we'll send it here. 2% happiness from that as well, right? Because of the successful planet. Sure. And then, you know, we'll go ahead and get a bacteria breeding going. Getting us some more. Now, how far are we from October? 5 months. I mean, it would be too much, right? In order to scan it. Although we have this asteroid here that we could use. At the same time, right? Just connecting this in. I mean, it would cost us 16 money to do this, right? Because of the October thing. But we would gain 6, so it only really costs 10. And we'd also be gaining the income we're making from these two-way trades and things. And, you know, we could even do this and that. And we could even make a culture hub in it. We could make a culture hub here as well, perhaps later. Well, we can't afford it now. I think this is okay. I guess we would be going over the limit at a bit of an unfortunate time, but at the same time, you know, expected. How much income do we start at, right? That's more 46. Okay, can we get back somewhat near it? 28, 34, 40. I mean, that's not half bad. Sort of at a loss of what to do with the rest of the year, though. I guess a couple scans, right? Like, we lose on 6 money compared to just plain scanning, but we get 2 more colonies in. I don't know. Like, we gain a lot in time, right? I think it's worth the time. For the impact that it has. Yeah, we need to hurry up with these as well, right? Just because those were the prime motivators of this whole adventure. I mean, I suppose, right? Have a look up here. And do we have Genesis cells? We do. Oh, those are going to be amazing in 5 different ways here, I can already tell. And if we can't find skill up, right? Alright, well, we'll use this asteroid then. Getting us into the next year. With the tech available, of course. Also just realized you don't have any more food for me, but you will have some. Like, I kind of would like to build another laboratory, but you know, at the same time, I kind of would also like to keep getting more money, which involves not building a laboratory. Yeah, we won't for now. We'll wait until we are 23 or so, and then we'll worry about maybe getting ourselves another laboratory. Okay, there's that. We have all these humans. I mean, we can convert some of those to culture, right? 2 of them, in fact. Although, I find the lack of 7 for that, huh? I think I'd rather make a culture for now. Go ahead and stack you with some culture. Because we would be able to use dissemination later to make you produce one as well, right? I mean, yeah, I suppose, right? Well, we'll use this asteroid. Let's still get 45. 49. We have to make this expensive connection now. Alright. It's just out of range, isn't it? That's in range, though. And quite valuable. Let's do it. So I can make a culture here to make a biomatter. To give you a biomatter to make more food. We've maxed you out, but... so we can't lab you, that's the thing. Well, maybe we can lab something else, right? I think just making a chip lab here would be not bad. 1 chip and 3 humans? It seems fine to me. Let's see if we can get some... Ooh. Yeah, there's like a super good rune. I'll take it. I can't say no to you, unfortunately. That's just not something I can really realistically want to do there. That was massive. That was amazing. I want all my runes to be like that in the future. We got exactly what we wished for. And we're exactly out of money. But you know what? I think that would be worth skipping. even to the extent of a couple months. So I'll go ahead and throw out a few scans now, since it's all we're able to afford really to do here. Although I should be careful not to consume any asteroids that are. And I can consume this one because it only has one adjacent thing. I can also build this connection over here. We can even utilize it to get some extra science, but maybe we want the goods. The thing is, if I get the extra science, right, we'll be able to get ourselves quantum computing right now. Which does seem like a thing I'd want to get as early as possible, really. We'll learn about the forebear culture. We'll go ahead and grab our quantum computing. Now the question is, do we want gene adjustment first? I think I do, so we can get self-hosting AI. We'll get the economic zones. We'll get them later. Right, anything else I might want to do? Well, maybe I'll take this asteroid anyway. I mean, water production here, right? We're kind of interested in getting our scans up this year. Also, we can make 4 goods, which is also something, you know, taking the 2 goods might have been good for that, but the mission, right? We should be kind of focusing on that soon-ish. Our colonies don't really have access to Forge Worlds is the problem, right? We've kind of built it in such a way that we really can't get any good access to them. Well, you could, right? There's definitely an argument to be made for that construction. Right. The connections are a bit expensive, of course, but isn't that always the case? So that's 2 goods. It's just, you know, how can we get 2 more? You can become a colony, but this lava, right? That one lava planet kind of gave up because of him. So let's go ahead and build the chip lab first, I think. Again, I think we can make goods here, right? I mean, we would eventually probably be able to send them in. We have hyperdrive. Hyperdrive will reach here. It will also reach here with an upgrade. I mean, sure, eventually we'll send them there. I should have maybe scanned up here so we could fix this robot up. So you're at like -7, aren't you? Yeah, we should probably scan up here too. So little time, so many things to do, right? Also culture. Well, first off, the science, right? I think we'll take a 3% penalty, but I do think this is sort of the right choice to be making here. We'll get 5 additional science from that, and we'll use all these extra humans that would otherwise be generating unhappiness from unemployment. Yeah, not bad, right? And we're still not even, you know, stopping cultural exchange from working, so there's that bonus as well. Ice ball, right? I think, yeah, we are forced to take the penalty now. But over here, right, how can we get a human in here? You're also being a bit obnoxious, aren't you? Because the only real location is up there. Which is also not in range of any chips. Yeesh, right? Yeah, maybe you start with this then. I don't see much reason to do anything up there. New tech available. So yeah, we could get economic zones. We could always go for gene adjustment later, is the beautiful thing about this, right? And if I take my economic zones, I can gain some income. Do we immediately get some, actually? No. I could also take early self-hosting AI and just really hone in on the science. Then we will not be able to get gene adjustment. But I don't think it's a huge loss. Also, you know, we might want xenotourism for later. right? Keeping in mind the fact that we'll get universal harmony and stuff. Maybe not, right? Because we might want to maximize on people generating things and like post-scarcity, which tourism worlds are not good for post-scarcity because, you know, they consume some resources, sure, but they don't generate any. So perhaps, you know, we shouldn't really be concerned with the fact that we're missing out on xenotourism. Is gene adjustment worth all this? I don't think so. Not over self-hosting AI. I don't think so. Look at the science, right? Got 4 more. And then we'll be able to get these. Also, you know, that will help for the money as well, you know. That's 1. And then we'll just sort of do this early. We'll end up at exactly 23, which is nice. Yeah, so before we connect you, can we afford anything? No. It's unfortunate because we should have, you know, could have got more money if I would have been able to make some culture things. Alright, import hubs. We'll do that. That's easy. Improving our science output by 5. We'll do that too. Because that's just the case of getting a single lab with a single thing. Which should be super easy, in fact. Like I've already seen like a couple places where we can do that. First though, let's do the Euphorian mission. Yeah, we can do this, right? Getting us an additional human for you. At least a step towards it, right? We get 1 of the input hubs, so now I can send a culture somewhere. Well, you know. But if I use this human for Hue, I can't send it here. Huh. Yeah, that might be a problem, isn't it? Because we don't have any other human available. Guess we'll use you later, right? We'll send the culture up here. Certainly. I would like to get a lab. We'll just get a very simple single robot in here. Get 5 science, there we go. You know, that's the mission. That's it. Right? That's all we need to do. And we get a bunch of bonus science from that. So now, you know, all we can do is, you know, 2 text advance. Well, you know, one of those texts might want to be economic zones. You know. Like, you know, being able to do something like that, 4 for 10, it seems really nice, doesn't it? And, you know, getting these interconnections up will be good for later when we get more culture stuff, right? Just in general speaking. Any other places where we could do stuff like that? Because if it's just the one cultural exchange, it might not be that amazing. I mean, that's not true, right? We got this one. We can't. It's just out of range, out of reach. So, you know, I did this, so I can't get food in there as well. Right, this one's going to be bleeding. As well as that one, so we're going to have to pay 6. Well, it's just going to have to be the reality, I think. On the other hand, we know got some good income. We might want to wait until October. Can we do so? Yeah, we can. We get in July. There's got to be some more connections. You know, that's going to help with that too. The improvements. We get our hands on some. Oh, you'll eventually connect. Some more goods, right? I want to make some here. All the ice balls, right? It's a world full of ice. We can't use them. I mean, we have biome reconstruction. Maybe ice balls have an atmosphere. I have to look into that, right? If they do, they can become Earths. You know, we should have gone xenotourism then, because we do get a bunch of them. Then again, you know, we'll be able to use the humans. Probably. Fine. We're a lack of humans, right? So I don't think it's a huge deal that we don't get them immediately used. There's 1 spare here, right? That's about it, really. It's not a big deal. Also, you know, lack of water everywhere, but we do have a tech to help with that. Potentially, right? I'd rather not get it, though. For the simple, expedient reason of, you know, if I did, then I wouldn't be able to use something else that would be really good for us. So yeah, maybe not. So how do we deal with the missing other ingredients? Well, one thing we could do is, you know, pre-build some stuff, right? I certainly would like to do that. I think this is going to be the next area where we're going to expand. This colony just seems too good to miss up. And also, you know, we can get some water here, and then we can get a water laboratory for another 5 or so science. And we could even connect this in. Yeah, this seems like the area to go. Also, you know, we'll be able to use most of the water. And this gives us extra money. So, you know, kind of counteracting the fact that we'll be going up another empire size, costing us 24 income. Also, we have this available as well, spiritual growth. Or we could go hyperlanes now already. Kind of crazy, right? We're only 34-13. Also, yeah, if we can get some more import hubs going, right, then we would be able to get a discount on tech for a Forian. So perhaps, you know, hyperdrives early would be the way to go, simply because of the tax discount. So we'd like to go to October. Also, I would like to spend any money I can on culture hubs. There's one available here, so we should take it and just send it out. Because, you know, that's 3 income permanently. That's going to pay for itself in 4 or 5 years. Perhaps less if we get the culture bonus, right? You know, that's a Dender tech, so go ahead and look at this. And then be a bit sad because we didn't find any ore users, I suppose, right? We could look at this area over here as well. Around this ocean here, that could potentially be another good plan. I mean, maybe around this one as well. Like, I'm looking at this, right? Can we maybe do something like a water lab on the other side, right? If I put you here, could you reach... down south a little. I don't think it's reachable, right? Like if I put it in between, then we cut off the food for the Earth-like. So, you know, it's either or, but I mean, yeah, this, but then you don't have a human, would have to come from there, then you have a biomatter needed coming from there, and it's like 4 or 5 additional planets. This is just 2, and it works better. It works in a better way. Also, you know, we have a lack of water. Still, I mean, this kind of crosses over as well, right? I mean, you could do this, right? It's just going to run to the same old... No. If I put it away far enough, we'll be able to get 2 water into the lab. Yeah, don't worry about that mineral connection. It's not necessary. The only problem is getting water, which will require skill up from the upper one. Well, that's fine. We'll get there. After all, we've unlocked it, right? It's over here. We need the Vittori boost as well. That will be a thing. Okay, so we're in October, so let's go ahead and boost you. We'll be able to get some... Look at that! All of that prosperous planets. We don't say no to that, right? Got 3 prosperous planets from that. We just sort of like completely got our income back from that. I mean, sure, I would have loved to do a mission for the Dender to do that, right? But maybe we can, right? Can we get this completed before we have to do that? Right, before the year ends or whatever, you know, measure you want to use for that? Perhaps, right? You're in range of that food. Remember, we'll get skill up soon, right? So that's not a problem. I just can't get you enough things, I think. We could try, but it's unreliable. Anywhere else? I mean, the complicated thing we're supposed to do over here, right? We could get you going. For 1, it would be 1 import hub. Then the biomatter over here. Food from over there. Goods from here. I mean, it'd do it, right? But it'd take a whole new year, right? So we'd get much less income. But, you know, we'd defer the prospering of the planets to perhaps get a Dender mission to prosper a planet. We'd be able to complete that instantly. I mean, it kind of depends what the Dender mission is, right? If that's a good idea or not. Like 3 prosperous plants, right? It's so much money. And just to illustrate, we went from yeah, it's 30 money. No. I'm not doing the silly thing. We're doing the efficient thing. Okay, we can do you first though. So maybe we can do it in some other direction. Like, maybe we can sort of half-heartedly do it, right? We'll just do just the Arctic. Right, which gets us the foreign mission complete. And then look at that. Get 2 ocean plants to prosperous. Can we do that? Colonize plants of 8 different types. I mean, I guess, right? I want to get to this, the bottom of this. We could also improve our yearly science output. In which case, yeah, we'll do that. It's a, it's got a tech discount on. In this case, it's going to take too long to get a dender mission for prospering plants. I was hoping we could get one, but we'll go ahead and build this out now. It's too good to pass up on. In general. Do we have a biometal laboratory? No. Do we have a water laboratory? No. So we can do both still. Which is rather crazy, considering, how much we're using those resources. So yeah, I mean, we would, right? This would cut it off, so I can't really do that connection if I do that. For water here. Is there a better way? I'm just looking at things, right? Perhaps not. Could I get it good for you? I mean, maybe, but probably not again, right? That's the thing, it wants a culture hub as well. Maybe it'll be able to jump a good, right? And then get the culture hub it wants. I guess we'll put a culture hub in here and send a culture in you. It'll amplify the income. I wonder if it also amplifies the abundant resources things. I would presume it should. It's just 3 income for now, right? But once we get the effect from spiritual growth, how much is that actually? 15 income. That might be worth taking. Like, I want to get to the skill up. Maybe we should take hyperdrive first though. The ability of hyperdrive to just make everything happy and prosperous and things. Seems like that would be a better investment for now. Also, we would be able to use hyperdrive to get some more science in various places, I would imagine. Although I'm not seeing any right now. If we're going for hyperdrive first and then skill up afterwards, should I try to put things in more efficient spots where we can reach it with more things? Like, for example, this water over here would love to reach it over here, right? In which case we'd put the lab, somewhere in there to be able to reach it with 3 waters and a human, right? I'm just assuming that we'll get the hyperdrive. Which we would next year, right? I think that the action would just be to do one action that doesn't take too long. I guess I want this, right? So lack of robots is going to be a problem here. If I take you... Not a huge issue, but a bit of an issue. I guess it's fine though. That's 2 plans towards the dender mission as well, right? So yeah, where is it? Hyperdrive, right? So this one... I mean, I guess, right? And then... That's kind of a big amount of income, right? Just like that, for 40. Although, I might want to wait with, prosperizing all the planets and instead focus on doing the thing we want to do, which is get a science mission up. Are you in range? Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? We can at least get it to 2 science right now. be able to get this in too, but not yet, right? Same goes for the biomatter, in fact, right? It should be in sort of somewhat a similar position here. With the ability to get large quantities of it. Huh. You would be able to make goods here. We'd be in a bit of a pickle as to how to fuel it, but you know, we would be able to. Although, you know, it's out of range probably. Is this going to be in range? No, that's far too far away. I mean, yeah, right, this is an option, but I don't really see that as ideal. Perhaps we do this instead, though. Right? Like, this would be doable. Would this be in range of an extended one? Maybe, right? Like, especially to put it on top side, right? But can I get that lava out of the way? Yeah. If I put it close enough here, can we get you in hyperdrive? Yeah, we can. Okay. Hold on a second. If I sort of scooch you over in this corner here, you will eventually be able to reach, but not yet, right? Yeah. Yeah, easily. You're able to reach right the hell now, so that's great. So then I can put a hive world here, fund it, so we have, you know, additional humans available to do all the things with we want to do. We can go October, November, at least get 5 signs right now, right? So, you know, we keep the signs going, which is important. And we'll go ahead and, you know, send you in. Because, you know, we'll have a good for you. We'll go ahead and make a culture, because why not? You know, let's make money. Make a prosperous planet. And a bunch of income. Sure, right? So we're still not doing too badly. So, you know, keep an eye on the empire size. And get ourselves income from the abundant resources and lab used. So, you know, we're sort of optimizing things as much as possible. We get the Vittori mission, now we get skill download available. Isn't that amazing? Also, are you going to be in range? Oh, you are. Oh, you beautiful thing. Like, we founded this and not used it, right? Kind of crazy, but sure. Alright, so the beautiful thing here is that we can do skill up now. As well as stable jumps even, if I wanted. If I want stable jumps, I can get them now. I mean, we're sort of supposed to found 4 more planets, right? Which does put us over the limit. That's a bit of a chore, right? I mean, perhaps we go with spiritual growth first then, right, to get some money. It's 20 income. It's quite a bit. Yeah, I think that's worth getting. Just for the 20 income right now. Go ahead and... Have we found an Earth-like yet? Yeah, we have. It's annoying. So we have to find an additional one if I found this. Could I perhaps have a look first? Because, you know, there's this. Which is closer in range. And would allow this connection to happen. I mean, this one would as well, right? I don't know how to get... Oh, bot in here, though. Are you perhaps going to be in range of this? Maybe. You're definitely out of range of that. I mean, we could find out, right? Just take the stable jump. No, you're not. Good to know. So that's not a real solution, is it? We could make bots here, but I'd rather make goods, right? Because of, you know, the position of that particular planet. It's conductive to making goods. Yeah, we're lacking some resources, right? Like our another ideal tech would be a way to make everything into, not into Earth-likes, but into planets that can make the other stuff that we want, right? What's the one? You know the thing, you know the stuff, right? Forge worlds, right? There's both scarcity as well. Oh, such an insane thing we could do here, right? We just got to be very careful about what order we do go and buy. I think we'll go ahead and grab the Earth-like then. If everything's going to be out of range anyway, might as well do it this way so we get 2 benefits. Alright. I'm happy. I will want to put a culture hub here. And we could do that and prepare. We could do this. Actually, no, that's 7 income. Oh, do we get benefit actually? No. Because trade income is 7 now and it's 4 now. Actually, no, it does. Oh, wow, it does benefit it. Okay, that's great. So we know we want to send culture to these places then. ASAP, right? Like every planet like this that gets culture is double value. Incredible if you think about it. Alright, so time for that. 127. Okay, we got some good cash now, which is really necessary. Also, look at the amount of text that we're going to have to get. We need some more science ASAP as well. Although, there's one more thing we can make for science, which would biomatter. But we also want to get this Dender mission, which should also give us a bit of science at the very least. Maybe we get the biome reconstruction as well, but I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 techs. That's too ambitious, right? We can't get 8 techs. We've got like 9 more years. So we've got maybe 5 techs in us. So better make those count, right? Like maybe it's swap. Swap could be good. Considering the amount of ice balls that's, in our center here, we could swap them out for some more attractive planets and solve our problems that way. Like certainly we could swap in some biomatter, for example, right, and make more. Or the alternative would be just to make some using skill-up facilities. In fact, I think I should unlock them now. Right, I'll be able to use them. I could perhaps even do this. How much income does that cost? 20. Let's have a look at how much we gain back, right? Is it just 2 per? I guess it costs us a bunch of income. We get 5 signs from it, but, neither here nor there, right? I think there's better solutions to this problem. For example, right, we could make chips here. She might be like, wait, what? Like, I know, right? We could make goods here. Have we got a forge world yet? No, we haven't. Yeah, we could make goods here. Where is it? Goods facility. Make you happy. Now, this is worth, like, what, 8? It's a rather incredible amount, right? Because of abundant resources. Sending 4 in general, and then abundant resources making it 2 more, and then culture making it 2 more in addition to that. Because it stacks doubly. A rather incredible amount of stuff. And then, we have this ability as well. I should be careful though, because we're gonna take a 32 income hit. So we should try to do it in October. So we should try to make as many connections as we possibly can that, don't hurt us too badly. I've already made that. That's out of range. Anything else to be had here, right? I would like to take it as fast as possible. Like I would love some more biomatter as well, but there's a bit of a problem here in that we're getting a biolab, right? But we could maybe just send some things into our existing lab instead. You would say, you know, that might take you more time. No, not really necessarily, because constructing a lab takes 2 months. So in that same time, we could send in 2 resources for 4 science instead of 5. Actually, constructing a lab and sending in 2 things takes 4 months, right? Sending in 4 existing things to a lab could get us up to 8 science. You know, depending on what they are. Humans, of course, only 1, and things up to 2, but... Okay, so why don't we just send in some humans into these things over here, right? And we could get a lab here, but that doesn't seem like a good idea because we have use for this human. We could also get a thing here that makes happiness. If only we had the food for it. Well, we kind of do, right? It's a beautiful part, so we could restore it and settle it, which would produce additional humans, and it would just require food and goods, which, you know, both of them are available here in excellent quantities. So perhaps we do that, because it's just like kind of like an extra free colony that you get. Well, it's not free, right? We spend like 58 on it, so, but it's insta-build, right? It's instantly built. It's an instantly built colony. So let's have a look at the other side. The same options, right? But on this side is less attractive, so perhaps we scavenge here. Of course, not immediately, although no, maybe we do scavenge immediately because, well, our income's going to go down now. And I would like to have a little bit of an extra amount of cash here. Can we, like, maybe get some connection that will improve our income? That's +1's not really attractive enough. Like, I'm looking towards, you know, using our, what's it called, our income thing. That gains us nothing. I already saw that earlier. That's this connection. Oh, that's 106. That's 13. That's good enough. Sure, right? Yeah, we're using our economic zones, right? Yeah, now it's 47. Sure, right? And we also, you know, gain this income at the start of next year. So, time to take the plunge. Oh, yeah, also 6 out of 8, right? Okay, so I want to connect you in, certainly, right? This one is the one I'm most interested in, actually, because, yeah, +6 from that. Kind of amazing. And then, you know, the chip here as well. Where is the chip lab? All the way over there? Yeah, that's not going to work. And, you know, this, right, as well. More things to do. Okay, so we have 51. I mean, 56 for that, but... scarcity, like there's a bunch of options. 56 for harmony. Yeah, we'd like to get Dender discount, which is why I'm so hammering on that Dender mission, right? I'm trying so hard to get that. It's a bit hard to do though. So which ones are we missing still? Because there's like a couple. Mineral World we haven't got yet. Swamp we haven't got yet. Jungle we haven't got yet. Arid we haven't got yet in that list. Yeah, we've got Arctic and Earth-like. So yeah, Arctic, the 3 of the things, and then 3 of the people things, people possible planets, and then as well as mineral. There's like 1 mineral planet in view, right? And it's nowhere near anything that could consume it, so it's kind of like a non-starter. There's 1 jungle in view, which would get us the 1, right? And then we're still missing 1 swamp. I mean, you are a swamp, right? Let's put that clear, right? This is a swamp. It doesn't have any people. That's the problem. It'd be unlikely to find some. I mean, this could be that thing again, right? But and we could just colonize it and leave it, but that feels like a bit... We could make another lab as well, right? But, yeah, efficiency's sake, right? Like, could we get something that makes robots? No, right? We can't. There's nothing that makes robots that would work for what we're trying to do. That's the unfortunate part. This jungle also, you know, and the only things it can make people, right? Yeah, it doesn't have food, but it could make people. 24, right? You could also just make more food. We're lacking some robots here, right? And maybe we solve it with swap, right? Swap in some robots over there. It could very well be done. You could make skill-up facilities to solve that. You know, we get the range for it. I mean, there are some options here. Like we have the technology. We have the power. So we could do those things. Yeah, it would be costing 3. Not giving us any unhappiness, but you know, it's a cost, so I shouldn't put it in if we can't use it immediately. So yeah, the swamp and the jungle, that would do it. Are there other locations we could try to do those same things in? Right, perhaps, you know, to get better value out of what we're trying to do. Maybe, right? Like there's a jungle over here, for example, right? But it's not really in reach of a chip. Is the main issue here, so we'd have to find a chip, which, you know, it's not much up there. I could make you a colony if I swapped you here. Can I swap that in one go? I suppose it's not that expensive to get. Oh, I could. Okay, so I should keep that option in mind because, you know, this is going to be in range eventually. You know, we would be able to found this colony then. Oh, how good that is. Like this option, right? Like you are not going to be in range, are you, if I take stable jumps here? Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Like I was hoping, right? So yeah, I mean, if we take swap, we would be able to swap some things in. That's the beautiful part about swap, right? We're just lacking some ore. I mean, we could make some, right? I just demonstrated we could. Is this swap in range? I have no clue. I mean, it would take 2 swaps, but like it's an interesting option, right? Swap works really well with hyperlanes because it allows you to swap and then hyperlane. Ah, that's out of range. That's not gonna work. Is this in range? We wouldn't be able to get it there, right? Can we get it over here, perhaps? Because that would also be an okay position. And we can, right? So we can make some robots. Then. Which we are lacking, right? Or goods, right? Either way. And then, you know, we can get some jungles and things. And we could even swap it further, right? In which case, you know, we would want to see another forge world up there, perhaps, right? So we could swap it in here to make some robots. Somewhere, right? Perhaps here. Right, going back to this old plan here. Yeah, we have this connection as well to be made, right? Right. We shouldn't maybe... Can I reverse back to not taking that Earth-like? What did I just do? Huh, what did I just undo? Oh, founding this planet. Right. This was like taking the money, I believe. Yeah. Now we can't go back further than this, though. There's no bit. Like I did this connection. I took the money. 47, right? And then I founded this planet. Which I still think is a fine thing to do here, right? And then we connected it in. I don't know why I did the expensive connection first. I should do this connection instead. It gets us prosperous too, right? Yeah, we'll eventually be able to take an ore in. Of course, take an ore in there as well, right? Getting us robots available. Why did I take this food and not this one? I don't know. I thought at the time, you know, we'd been to go on further, but why would I actually? It's a good question. Like, I don't need to, right? We can just build... We can just swap things in And we should. There's no reason not to. So what do I do with you now? I guess make biomatter and water? That would make sense, right? Like, can't I do that with you, though? Like, if I swapped you in, wouldn't I be able to make water for the lab? Wouldn't know what to do with the biomatter, but I guess send it in here, right? Make a legendary here. It's not all bad. I'll be easily able to get there. Like, in fact, one more biomatter in with there, effectively, because we'll be able to send an additional culture in to make it generate culture. And more food, right? For this. So, you know, how can we get a forge world here then, right? For the robot, because that's what this boils down to. Get a forge world over here. Which, you know, 1, 2, 3, but can we do it more efficiently? Perhaps, right? Should I do a scan for it? It's a good plan, isn't it? It all depends on finding a forge world in a reasonable location. Oh, that's not the ones I want. Although I know I could take a mineral. I could. Can we use all its minerals, right? In a reasonable span. That's the hard part. We should put it somewhere near the center. Like these, right? These ice balls. They need to go. They need to be replaced by good planets. By useful planets. So maybe we start swapping. Like no tomorrow. But this connection, this distance is too long to swap. So now if we swap, it takes 1, 2, 3 months to put it in there. But you know, that is the place where we want it. That is the place where it will send its good or its robot in here. Where else would it send its robot? I don't know. Somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe we send it here. Can that be done? That connection? Like, is this connection in range? I have no clue. Like, how long are stable jumps, right? If we just have a look, right? How long are they? They are this long. So they're 34 measured in regular slipway. This is crazy, but you know, we can go back and then we can go ahead and take matter transposition. And then we can do that. Swap in a planet that we can measure from. And we build something, it doesn't matter what. And we check if it's 34 and it's 38, so it's not going to be in range, so that plan's no go. Wait, what? It works, right? It's it's nonsense. So this one would probably be in range though. Yeah. Yeah, it would. How do we get here? Like, I would love to be able to put it here, right? Because, you know, there's a lab here. Get more science. But no, it's not good enough. There's also some alternative with involving this arid, actually. I mean, you're going to be in range, but where's the... Oh, wait. We have an alternative. We can put an arid planet here. Would you be able to get some goods from somewhere? No? You're in range of these two. Oh, you're missing a chip. Which are out of range of that. I mean, we could start getting relays, right? If we got relays, we would be able to relay things with hyperlanes, and then we would be able to bridge longer distances with them. That could be a thing we could do, but it takes time, right? Time which we could better be spent on more useful things. You're just out of range right now, but I guess, you know. So yeah, I mean, I could make an arid colony here, and that would be one of the two. And then, you know, we would get the forge world in. We would start swapping, right? Love to get some more, right? More forge worlds. Forge world. Maximum forge world. Like, what would I want to make here? Bots, right? Bots everywhere. Bots and chips and things. What I would love to make. You know, also things like that, right? There's like tons of connections. Just the one forge world, right? These ice balls need replacing with something. Just not with what. And if we can make a bot, then we can make water and biomatter, which would be good. And I guess, you know, all the excess biomatter could be used for a lab. We just need the human for it. So you're just out of range as well, right? You out of range of this? No. So, you know, we could do that. Then to make an additional human to make the lab work. We get a Vittori mission for science, right? You probably will want me to make science. Should we have a look at trying to find a forge world? Still not another forge world, right? Food though, right? Food could be okay. Right, this is food. Food over here. Food in here. Food in here. That's okay. I mean, we wouldn't be able to get the abundant resources, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. You're in range of both. Do we need to do that though, you know? Not necessarily. Where's my forge worlds? I so badly want them. So we just like found both colonies first and get the Dender mission done and then just look beyond what's necessary further. We could. And I'm just afraid of knocking you to -8 as well, right? And you two are going to be gone. It's just not going to be feasible. Not without investing way too much into it. We need to swap you all the way through, right? In order to get the single annoying like chip here. Which is not going to happen. You just we whiffed here. And fine, right? Sometimes you whiff, but should I should look. Still no forge world. It's like, you know, we got one, right? 2, 3. That's it. Out of what? How many plants do we have here? Like 60? Like, what would the normal amount be? Right? There's like 12 kinds of planets. So you would expect like 5 or 6. We got like a half that amount. Lack of forge worlds everywhere, and we don't have the terraforming tech for it. Feels kind of rough. Especially since we won't be discovering much more apart from what we have here. We could find them here, but that would take too long to swap them in, right? We need them up here. Just the one too, right? To get the robots. Or just... This one's out of range too, right? We're going to have to need relays for this as well. I guess that's fine, right? That's just what we're going to have to deal with, but still. We don't have FlexiFab either, so we don't have the opportunity to, you know, just say, you know what, ignore the robots, right? We'll just make them out of these goods worlds and, you know, and Bob's your uncle. Right, we do that. But no, we can't. We cannot do such a thing, unfortunately. Where, oh where are the forge worlds? Where would they be? I mean, this would be 2 swaps, right? This one, I mean, I could get it in, right? I could just do it. Like 1, 2, 3 swaps. You know what? Let's do it. I think it's the best solution we have. Okay, so I've decided. We'll do it. We'll pay the iron price. Transpose time. I'm being too indecisive. We'll swap. Again. Wait, where's this going? Huh. Oh, hold on a second. Like maybe we just keep it here, right? I don't know. Do we have to? I want to measure that too. Yeah, just one more measurement. Just so we're sure. Because how many are you going to make eventually? 5, right? We should have enough. Like it's like 1, 2, yeah. It's like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know know, a spare one potentially, but you know, we don't need to do that. I'm giving up on you too for good. No, not necessarily. We have this one. That one's going to be out of range though. Yeah, we could use one here as a thing, right? Making goods. Although, you know, we could... No, let's not. Forge Worlds! I want like 3 of them. It ain't working yet. We can swap here and then there, but then, you know, we have to go... We can't go here, but we can go there. So we can go like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just like, what? Right? Just to get a jungle there? I'm like, why? Right? What's the point at that point? 5, I guess? Swap the Forge World and the jungle? Get it up here and then there? 6 swaps? No, that can't be right. No, that can't be right. This is in range, right? Yes, you are. So yeah, just swapping it here would be excellent. Take one more look. July? That's a lot. Which one, right? Gamble! I mean, gamble on the big signal, right? Oh my god. What is with these Forge Worlds? Why is this making this so difficult? It's like, if we're wasting too much time, that would be so bad, right? So many things to do in so little time, and then I'm just like looking for Forge Worlds. Which, you know, is not the ideal way to spend your time. Let's put it mildly, right? But yeah, robots here would be so good, right? Because we would solve this farm, we'd solve this farm, we'd be able to get you up. Although, you know, we'd be able to do it like this, so you are in range, right? Check, check, double check, you are in range. Oh, soon, right? Soon, trademark. Forge, what? No. Of course it's not. What else would it be, right? Anything but the one I want. Okay, like, can we just go around the outside? Like, I want to go over here, from there to there, right? It's like, bring that planet to the other side of the galaxy. If we had graphitic tugs, I would be like, right? Sort of like a... the big swap, right? Do we really want to spend half a year swapping in a single planet? Like, my god. Like, how hard can this be, right? To get a robot. Like, I mean, even a remnant would be okay, right? We got some here, but not on this side of the galaxy. No, Jose. There's no, it's like, there's 2 more there, right? I guess. Oh, we got it. It's here. Finally. That took forever. Alright, where's my swap? Because you ought to be... wait, what? Why are you not? You still need 2 swaps, but I guess we'll pay for 2 swaps, that's fine. And then over here, please. Get that robot in there. Yeah, we gotta be efficient with the culture and all the other things. Can we make things to help? I don't see anything. Okay, let's go. Fix you. Okay, at the very least, we've got some. Right. Now what? Stable jumps, I would guess, right? So, before we do though, I would like to get you down here. Now, to get you in a bit of a better position to do lots of shenanigans with you. And then we'll found you, bring us to 7. And then we'll get you, I guess, in here, right? I mean, would we be able to sort of fix this? I guess, right? Like, hold on a second, right? Let's wait with that one, perhaps, right? At least I want this to get done. Out of range, yeah, but we can get this tech. And now getting the tech, we could get a, hold on, we could get a thing to get techs as well, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll just keep this in mind, right? It'll solve the robot problem for us, but we don't need to build it now. In fact, it would be kind of bad to do that now. It would be better to focus on this one, because it's more in a better position, right? We'll be able to swap it. Now, where would I want to put it? Not in here, right? Because it's like far away. It's far, far away. Now, are you in range of you? I do not have a clue. I would imagine that you're not. Right? So, here's the conundrum, right? If I take it now, yeah, this would be in range of like nobody, right? This is the problem. Although, that's not entirely true, right? It'd be in range of this one, that one, this one probably as well. Yeah, I would imagine so. And this one, I think not, right? I can move it up here, which would still put it in range of here, here. You know, the thing is get value, right? But moving it there takes money as well, right? It takes 50. These are expensive. These moves are getting expensive. We only have 80 income. Of course, we'll get 40 extra money, so, you know, it's not too much of a big deal, but it's still a bit annoying to have to spend that much money on swapping when, I mean, we could found some more colonies, right? But, you know, it takes time. I would like to build hyperlanes and stuff with my money. And those cost 20 a pop, right? So I've got to be careful with how I spend it as well. I'm a bit wary of spending that much. For good reason, right? So, you know, maybe we leave this. Leaving this good is really bad, though, because we won't get the culture and the things. 42. Yeah, this would be in range. It'd be kind of silly to have two goods worlds like right next to each other like that. On the other hand, you know, we have the hyperlanes to sort of send these everywhere we want, which would make legendary planets out of a bunch of colonies, right? I mean, and those legendary planets would make lots of money, right? That's the thing. We could even take it early, right? We could just take post-casty early and try to use it. I mean, it's reasonable to even get it up. All right, swap in the jungle. Crazy, right? Sometimes solutions are weird. Anyway, we can, like... perhaps I take an asteroid now, so it saves us quite a bit of money. Yeah, we'll spend one extra month, right? Remember, you were going here, right? So... 1 and 2. How many? We've already founded the Forge World? All this thought, and it's like, wait, it didn't work? Hold on a second. Well, then that's not what we do, right? That's just not what we're going to do. We are going to use swap, that's for sure. So that's going to stick. Maybe we move the arid and we move the mineral then. And we move the jungle. Swappy swappy. Swappy arid. Swappy mineral. Right, these are now in much better position. Swampy jungle. Right down here. Seven out of 8. I guess you take less money out of our coffers, I think, than the other one will eventually. Could be wrong about that, but could be very wrong about that. We'll see. Wonk. Alright. Show us what you've got, Dender. Increase population by 10. I kind of dislike you now, don't I? Why won't you get me a mission that's reasonable? Look at the Vittori, right? They're being reasonable. Although, you know, I don't really want to build labs because we don't have the money for it. We'll go ahead and make 6 goods and get 10 population. I'm not happy about it, but we're going to have to do it. So one of the ways we could sort of make that a little bit more palatable is by trying to go for, you know, things like post-scarcity and stable jumps. We'll go ahead and see how far we can get, though. I think our first 2 steps are to sort of try to fix the mess we've made to get the previous Dender mission done, right? Those Dender missions, man, they've been... Okay, so we got 1 population, so it's a start. Right? The most population we can probably get by giving things goods, right? Also, you know, that helps you as well. So, you know, I think I'll just go ahead and grab stable jumps next, which increases maximum hypership range, which we could use to give you goods. Get a prosperous plan out of that too. Not bad, not bad. Where were my bots? They're up here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. I suppose we're going to go ahead and found some skill-up facilities and found you. You know, who can... Oh, wow, you're gonna be... You can get to level 4 if I want you to. I'll have an additional human, why not? You could send in one in here as well, that makes more. 3 other plants that are successful, 6 total imports and exports. So, like, I guess I can give you this. We're out of money. There goes the money. I can send in 1 import here, I guess. Well, 5 people, actually. We're doing okay, actually, in here. Right, so... That would work, but it would be doubling up on something I don't want to double up on, so can we do something else? 4 imports. 2 more. Is this... And you won't be successful is the problem, right? Maybe this as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and you pop as well. Is that too horrible? What are you doing? 5%? Sure. So you're at now at max. I mean, lots trade income, lots of happiness. So that's neat. I mean, you know, there's this. It's kind of big, isn't it? We should just get missions for prosperous plans here, right? Would make things so much easier. So we can make some goods for you. That makes you moderately happy. With swap and things, right? Could we afford that as well as that? Perhaps, right? Like, I would love to do that connection is the thing. Let's hold off on all this mess here and see if we can't get you in first. The reason being that we might find money here, and you know, this is also a person. We can make one more person here, one more person there, and it's 7. And then, you know, one more here is 8. You know, we're getting close. We just found a single colony and then we're there, right? This one. I'm trying to get that value, right? That's great. Do that because it's kind of massive amount of income there. Also, the thing is, this thing just went straight to prosperous, right? I mean, it makes sense. 6 out of 10. Yeah, this mission's so hard, right? Okay, maybe I'll keep you with that for now. Go ahead and do the other 2 things first. What are the other 2 things again? Right, this one, right? One more successful. Is this all of the planets successful, right? If we can get there, we can get culture, universal harmony, culture dissemination, and post-scarcity, right? Those are the goals. And then, you know, maybe we get technocracy or something, but, you know, don't hold my breath on that. We only have 5 years. We have like 150, like 200 science total. So those 3 together are already 150 plus. So maybe we can one more tech, right? But, you know, don't hold your hopes up for that. So we're in August, so we kind of have to spend our time efficiently. So we have to do something that's a little bit, you know, perhaps a bit weird, so we can get two-way trade. And I guess I'll send a connection here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would be good. Now, we could afford something like reactionist drive as well to make some more money, right? It's 18. Is it necessary? Perhaps, right? We could also do sleep replacement. That's money. Can we afford the other 3 techs? We can, right? 1, 2, 3, 50 times 3? We'll just be able to scrape by, but I think it's sleep replacement. That's money. Look at the money! Suddenly we're rich! I think it's needed. We'll go and use all of it. Yes, Dender. And then we get all of this for like 50 a pop. And we have the science to do it. And we now have this to do it. I mean, obviously, you know, let's get at least a couple more points. So we're sure we'll have it. I mean, now we've got like 34 times 5, exactly. It's 170. Well, yeah, we can also do something like directions drivers and Genesis cells as well on top if we wanted. Which is nice. We kind of have flexibility here. I mean, yeah, okay, right, but... Huh. What did I want to do here? Like, there was something I wanted to swap here, and I forgot what the hell I was doing here. Which is kind of important, actually. Yeah, I wanted to get you a bot, right? A bot. Let's go ahead and do that, because it's like kind of annoying to have to do that otherwise. Let's send you there then. We can solve this nonsense. Alright. Skill up facilities, send some water back. Where else can we do some skill up facilities and things? There should be other spots where we can make them to make more money, more things. It's incredible, right? We're almost out already. But, you know, we'll be able to get... You're already skilled up. Yeah, there's water shortage on this side, right? I mean, we could make some. That is not a big issue. So you're out of range too. So we can't swap that in. Fair, I guess. There's also this, but you know, do I want to make that two-way connection? Perhaps, right? It's out of range, right? Yeah, imagine so. If only we had freeze-resistant bolts, right? Cluck, cluck, cluck. Three water. It goes. Clack, clack, clack. It goes Goes kadang. Food, right? Options, right? You not in range, right? Yeah, you would be. Make a swampy food place, right? Of course, water shortages, right? Water shortages. Yeah, he's here, right? I can guess, right? Swap this there. Then there. Water. Water here. That wouldn't be in range, but this one would be. An extra ore here would be nice. Makes more money than the other option. Okay, water here wouldn't be bad. Right, it's just that we can't get the food then. So it has to be here then. Then where's the water go? Right. We have the ball. It's out of range there though. Yeah. It's just like more options, but I'm not thinking this through all the way. There's too many things we can do. Maybe we should just focus on that mission, right? See if we can make those goods happen. And that would involve these things, right? Like these one additional imports and things. I don't know how to give them imports is the thing. I do know how to give them an import. Culture, right? We can go ahead and get our culture to jump around, and then that would be a way to do things. We would at least get one here additionally. Ah, we can do this one too. There you go, that's one. Or that is. We're already sending to both. And yeah, we have the ability to make culture. We should, I think. We even make post scarcity, make more money, right? But I don't think we need that too much. Universal harmony is here. Making us more cultures, things and stuff. Not bad at all. Yeah, relays, right? Don't think we can get the science for that though. Yeah, maybe right. For now though, let's have a look at what we can do with all this nonsense we've got unlocked over here. Quite a bit, I would imagine. But let's try to efficiently allocate resources so that we can. I mean, you are capable of sending out an additional good. And if I send in one here, and that's that. That's 4. Hold on a second, aren't we there? Like, we don't have skill up facilities yet. I should probably not actually upgrade these. Instead build skill up facilities literally in all places. So we just get an additional one like that. Task complete, right? Because we can get things to make things prosperous or stuff, right? 8 science. We'll just do 8 resources, right? Like, you know, there, that's 1. Oh, you're not yet at level 4. Now you are. Hmm. 2 resources, right? Goods and culture, yeah. We need more. How do we get more? Always more stuff to send to places. You, right? You're available with water. A very nice amount of water. There's water shortages everywhere here, but we're the most pressing. So that's number 3, right? Not too bad. You're already prosperous, but like, where do we send ore over here? I guess over here, right? It's cheapest. That's 4. Now how do we get to 8? 5? Oh, we don't have to send food in this place, actually. We just have to send it here. So it's not as bad as I remember it to be. Yeah, we could just make some food, like, I don't know, places. You want to be watered, though, because of the water shortage around here. Yeah, this corner, right? This corner wants water badly. And we can make some here as well, right? With some culture. The idea would be to send it over here once we get some unlocks going. Via dissemination, I would imagine. That would be great. We're going to have a hard time doing dissemination too, right? It's going to be a puzzle as well. A puzzle and a half. So, just doing this two-way trade here would be great, right? That would work. As people. So we got how many? 6. So 2 more. Wait, huh? So there is you. You want to use that chip for anything else? Before I send it off into the void? I don't think so. Everything else connected to it. And also, you know, I want to make you 6 things in here, with 2 of them culture, ideally, so we get optimization for cultural dissemination and post-scarcity. Because dissemination wants 2 things, and then, you know, post-scarcity wants 6 things in total. So there's that. And now we just need one more blob, but it has to be exactly one of the things that's in this list. So like green stuff would do. Sure. Spend an extra month on that. Alright, new tasks are available. Now, couldn't we get those earlier, please? Do we have 2 ocean plants still available that could prosper? Yeah, you. And you. Good. And we'll probably get 4 more prosperous plants in total. Those missions never showing up, the prosper plants, right? That's always such a shame. Okay, so that's, you know, 1 prosperous planet. And, you know, this. Oh, that. That's 3 prosperous planet. So what do you want? Imports and exports. I don't really want to send one here because it's kind of superfluous. Maybe send the culture up here instead. You know, we might be making things difficult. We won't with dissemination. Which is just around the corner, right? So, like, where's the second water going? I could go up here. There we go, that did the trick. Nice, okay, so now what do we do with you? Can't afford. Wow. Okay. That's new. Oh, I connected you two. Right. I forgot about that. I mean, we don't need to make that much more money, right? 400 is more than enough, right? Weather control. We don't need that. 6 could be good though. We might be able to make something work with that. All right. Disseminate. Go nuts. Oh yeah. Task complete, right? Task complete. Try to be effective. 13 more. No thanks. 8 more two-way trades. We can probably do. All these culture things are going to be two-way trades all the time. Okay, so the idea here is to try to get as many like skillet facilities and things as possible in order to make culture go to every single planet in our entire empire and then, you know, sort of accelerate from there. Now the hard part is going to be getting it to that point, because we have exactly the culture to do that. So we have to do it in the exact right order. So this might take a while because it's a puzzle. It's a giant puzzle, basically, right? It's a giant jigsaw puzzle, this. There's no real other way to explain it. You're already sending out 2, but you could send out another 1. Which, you know, then we're sort of stopping the other 2 from sending. And the thing is, we can't send them into colonies. Yeah, this is sort of the difficult part, isn't it? So I could make 2 additional ones here, which would help. Look at all the stuff that's being made, right? Like, we have enough things being made, certainly. That's never the problem. It's always nice, right? That's never the problem. What's the goal here? Send it like... like, I want to do this with the least possible connections, ideally, right? That's always the difficult part. Because we kind of have to go into all these corners first, probably, rather than to the center. Because we run to the center, then, you know, we got a problem there. There's no chips here, right, for these 2. That's what they want. It's also true that if we go for these plants in the corner that are not even successful, then we won't get culture extra value, right? Because culture is gets you happiness points only if the planet is, I believe, prosperous. So we're really more or less more interested in the prosperous plants than we are in the other ones. Like, we're not really interested too much in the ones that are at the edge. Oh, you know, we could pull them in with more hyperlanes, right? That's not a problem. It's just pulling them in another sort of way is sort of counterproductive. You already have one though from here. I could send one from there, but then, you know, we won't be able to get it here. Unless I do that, right? Which, you know, it's 2 more slipways for it. Is that worth it? I mean, it's a prosperous planet. I do want to send out one here as well. We've got food here. What do I do with the food? I have no clue. I would love to maybe just do a double bounce there, right? That'll work. But at least solve things a bit, right? Like, you would be able to do it as well. Would that be so bad to do that? To get relay as our final tech, right? Like, we get 68, 70, 82 science in total. This is a total of 87, so we need 5 more. Right? That'll do it. In fact, there's nothing else I want here. Like, the money is not a problem. In fact, it's actively bad because it uses up a person. So yeah, we have our 2 final techs. It's just how we're going to go about it. How are we going to efficiently and effectively get as much value out of the culture as possible? That's going to be the difficult part. I think we'll go for the center here, actually. And that should allow me to get this one as well. Right, and then we go over here from there. Using the culture here. Don't know what to do with you yet. Scale facility, I guess, right? Give me 2. I think I'll make this little hyperlane here. And there's 2 more here. You can only send to places that already have it, which is not good. So we'll go ahead and build this one over here. So, you know, it's dual purpose because it also create some connections that we might want. Also, I want to do that so I can send in water. And you as well, right? Okay. We're doing the thing. And then let's do that. We'll get economic zones. I mean, we have 700 income now, so it really is irrelevant. Also, no, we're getting those two-way trades, I suppose, right? Slowly. We're not really too focused on it because it's more important to maximize our culture gain. Okay, so we'll go in here actually because we'll be able to send in biomatter. Now, you're going to need another connection to make this work. We've already sort of cultured up this whole area. There's one more spare here, which could probably go into one of these colonies, but for now it won't. You're out of range, which is unfortunate. Would you be in range? Oh, this connection already exists. That would actually be quite nice to go via you then. Because I could build that connection, send it in, making you prosperous, send that in. And you know, you could potentially send something somewhere. Okay. Like maybe one back, right? I wouldn't know. Okay, so this whole area is kind of done. You're already two-way trading here. Like I'm kind of looking at these two-way trades as well, right? Trying to not prosper too many things. But I mean, of course, with this culture nonsense, everything's going to get prosperous very, very quickly. Not really, no matter what I really do. So, you know, it's sort of... That's 7 two-way trades. I mean, we should be getting somewhere now. There we go, 8 pairs, okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah, this is the thing, right? Get 2 people producing planets to prosperous. I mean, that's going to work. Get 2 remnants to prosperous. Like, we're running out of planets, right? Like, we're kind of making everything prosperous more quickly than they're asking for by doing things like that, right? But we couldn't know these missions beforehand. Will we just do the 2 people planets first, I think? Yeah. Because those are, you know, over here, right? There's like 3 people planets here. And what do they need? Like, they need, like, I don't know, like, connections and stuff? You don't even have culture hub. Like, you don't even have a culture hub? I'm kind of like... I can make this Slipway here. There we go. Mission complete, right? 1 month. Get 2 food producing plants to prosperous, so you know this one would count if it gets some water. And all the other ones are already prosperous. This one. Yeah, okay, we have it then. Get 8 more two-way trades? I don't know if I have 8 more potential pairs. Let's just go ahead and do the tender mission first. So, if I just send one back there, you know, yeah, prosperous, there you go. That's how easy it is, right? We can't really go for water though in this way, in this sense, because if we do, then we end up with a little problem. I mean, we have swap, right? We could swap it in. We'll have like 1,000 monies, so you know, there's that. Ain't bad at all. If we just build some water for you, actually, you already have skill facilities. I also you don't have culture. I just realized you have loads of water, but you know you're far too far away. Too far away. And we could build the thing here, right? It would save some time compared to swapping and things, right? Building a relay instead. That would work. Instead of having to, you know, swap in more culture, right? All of the culture. This is a run, right? This is a run and a half. I wonder how big our income will eventually get. Also, we skipped this one, and we skipped this one. Yeah, it's always something, isn't it? We can still... We can still fix that up. Let's go ahead and fix you up, though, first. So, water. Water. Where will we get some water? Do you... Like, I'm also looking at, you know, doing like two-way trades and things, right? So like this one would be ideal, right? 1, 2 swaps, make it water, send it in, right? 2 sources of water, 1 source of robots. Probably going to be able to get more prosperous plants out of it. I think not a bad deal at all. And you know, we get the Dender mission. Yeah. Sure. And we can always undo, right? That's the thing, that's the beauty of this game sometimes. Alright. Water. Also, you know, post scarcity's now here. We get 3 for free. Also, watch your income go, right? Another 100 so income. Legendaries. Alright, 2 more prosperous plants out of that. Get 2 food producing plants to prosperous. We don't have enough, right? Invent 3 technologies. We don't have enough. We'll get 1 more tech. I think we'll decline at this point. I could make more, but I think it's better to make our existing things work than it is to try to, you know, satisfy these people. Okay, there's another prosperous there. Yeah, this was a very good one to do. This water world here. It just made a lot of sense to do this. Alright, so what are we going to do with all the rest of the stuff? Good question. So I wanted to make you work. So let's go ahead and do that. Which involves fixing this up. And then sending in some more culture. I don't know where to send this one, but... Culture for everybody! Oh yeah, so... I don't know. That's the casual stuff here. So like... What do we do with this? Where's my space-time inversion? What we do with this? Also, you are not happy at all, but... Can we maybe fix that up a bit? Like, potentially, right? I would imagine so. Like you, for example, and want to make your skill up. What in the world am I doing with you? I have no idea, but... And this is looking rather excellent, right? I'm trying to maximize the culture we're getting, but... yeah. I mean, first off, we can make a legendary here. I should probably do that whenever we can. Right, try to finish up the legendaries. This one can become legendary with 1 more input. And there's a person here. Ah, that connection already exists. Yes, I would imagine that that's going to be a common thing, where the connection already exists. And I could send in a 4th culture, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. You have a skill facility? Yeah, you do. You have a skill facility. You don't. Oh, wow, look at that. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ungala bungala bungala. You are already having 6. 6 inputs, 6 inputs. Yeah, the connection's out of range, right? Yeah, I would imagine so. How about this connection's out of range as well, right? Yeah. No chips down here, right? Forge rolls, right? The lack of forge rolls. I mean, we got this, right? We could make some here. Kind of here and there, but we don't have the humans for it. We could make those here, or we have one here, I suppose, right? I don't think we can do more plants, though, is the thing. We kind of want to fix the plants we have as much as we can, and we can, right? There is extra food, there is extra things. We can get this. We can get the relay for the last year, and that's like 6 months, right? So we got to be careful that I try to be efficient with what I've got, so we spend as little months as possible doing all this nonsense we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this is like one more, right? That will pop. Same here, right? The thing is, trying to use this culture to make more culture is more important often than trying to use it for prosperizing, if we can. So make more culture in places. I mean, there are places where we can still do it, right? That's the thing. In this corner, I think it's best if we send it into the colony there. And then, we could send some back. Then we're just done with this corner. I don't know where to send this one back, though. We should maybe skip out on this planet. Because, we won't have the chips for it anyway. So it won't generate additional happiness. So instead I should probably send it in here. Oh, hold up, if I can connect you. No, I can't. Okay. Now we go legendary, 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 legendary. Right, so now you are going to need more successful partners, I would imagine so, because most of your partners are not yet there. Will they ever get there? I wonder. Can we get water? Yeah, we can't. Easily, at least. I mean, you've got skill up facilities, right? You can't get Genesis. Besides, we don't have the science for Genesis, right? We kind of exactly timed our science with the things we wanted to do, which makes a lot of sense, right? Still a bit sad, of course. I mean, we could just do that, and, that's prosperous. And send one back, and we still get at least one. We could send that one over here, making 2 more. Is that bad? I don't think so. Could we connect into the corner, right? I would love to do this corner as well, because this corner is capable of making some culture work as well. So maybe we do that instead. We could make this connection work, right? So you can get there. Legendary. Let's all the legendaries. You just want an import. If we could get you some more culture, right? How will we do that? Do we... Hold on up. Is there a better way? Can we get... we can't get that. We can get you, though. So, It is... Like, where can you send your culture usefully? I think we could do this connection. And then, we have 2 connections into the corner. Right. That gets prosperous then, right? Because of that. I was looking at this water plant, I was like, you know what? I can get you to prosperous as well. And if I can, I probably should, right? So then what I was eyeing here is just to do this simple thing. Also, casual 1500 income. No biggie. Okay, so first off, let's fix those 2 struggling plants. We'll get 10% more happiness from that. And, they'll probably become prosperous because of what we're going to do with them now. So we can do, like, that one. Like the... What are we doing here? Okay. I mean, this creates additional culture here as well, right? Like we didn't have plenty of the stuff, but neither here nor there, right? Boom, another prosperous planet. Just go with the flow. 2 more cultures. All right. 260% happiness, by the way. We have like 4 months, so we can't colonize anything anymore. Yeah, that's why I said, you know, it's going to take a lot of months to do this stuff. We can do like October, November, right? Get this one in as well. I don't know, right? October, November, December. Yeah, then we can't, like, sure, we can send you some water, but we can't send your stuff out. So, you know, we're kind of stuck with that. You could send some water in here, but I don't know if that's really the smartest play. Because we could also send some culture into colonies instead, right, with our last few months, who are still not producing culture, right? We kind of skip most of the colonies because they're 2 for 1s instead of 2 for 2s. Also, we can try to make legendaries, right? That's another thing we can do. Maybe we just stack it up and make legendaries. That could be a thing we do. So, like, for example, you, right? What do you want? You want, like, yeah, successful partners is the problem for you. So ideally we give you a partner. This would be an ideal partner, I think, but it's out of range. It's out of range. You are in range. Why not make you a partner so you become prosperous, right? So, like, can I get legendary? Legendary. All right. 2 more legendaries. Legendary, legendary, legendary. That's a high score, isn't it? And legendary. All right, we're doing pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on a second. You're already sending it there. That's a problem, right? Well, we could do like this, for example, right? 6 there. I try to be efficient with it though. And that pops it as well. Like, I try to use this culture to make a legendary as well, right? I don't think we can get it to anything that has 5 though. Right. There's a food available here, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could do it with just a food. So maybe we send it here then. And, you know, we use a slipway for this one. I think that's a worthwhile slipway. And then now what? Now what? How are we sending all these things? I mean, there's a good available here as well, right? Hold up a second. Right, this is available too. Like, we have so many options, right? We ought to use all our options is the thing. You're already sending a pink thing, so do that then. So now there's one legendary. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where's you going to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. 5 in there. 5 in here. How many? I think there might be a better solution, but you know, this is complicated. Also, I'm not sending this food either. I mean, I guess, right? Wait, hold on. Didn't we decide to use the food? And if we use the food, shouldn't we send it somewhere else? Like this one, just like so. And then like that. And that feels like it's the most efficient, really. We are in December, by the way, so we have only 1 more month. Wish I had more time, right? But I guess it's what it is. Can we make another legendary in some way here? Like, you are 1 person short. There's some people everywhere in some various places, right? There's 1 here. There's 2 there. There's like 1 here. Like, can we send it into a place that then becomes legendary because of that? Like, you are 1 culture short as well, right? Is there like a skill of facilities that we've missed? Probably, right? We can't send you in here because we're already sending you there, unfortunately. Yeah, we kind of miffed this up, right? Because I could have maybe gotten the 2nd one in there and then that would become legendary too. I don't know. We're sending it there, I suppose. You're also 1 short. Yeah, some more time would have been nice, right? But, you know, we had to spend the time to prevent these things from struggling. I think it's fine, though. Like, this is pretty much almost ideal. I mean, maybe I could have sent you there instead, but do we want to undo everything and try to get a slightly better score out of this whole mess? I mean, I could, right? This is kind of my top score for tough at this point. I would imagine like, it's going to be pretty close. A pretty crazy run here. Like that. Another 2. Well, we can't send any 2, right? We could send the 1 person, but we can't send the 2 persons. The 2 persons are needed to make things possible. Are you connected, actually? You are. Oh, we already checked that, right? Yes, we already checked that. Could do that, but that doesn't pop you. We need 1 more, right? 1 short. Should we just have a look, right? How well we've done? Are you out of range, right? It would pop prosperous here, right? Oh, look, can I make a skill up facility? Oh, we can make a skill up here, actually. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. There's always something you miss here because there's like so much stuff here. So yeah, I mean, there's that. Oh, we should look at that. Another skill. Right. Wait, is that enough? I mean, we can make this. Not that one, though. Yeah, if I send in a person here, that would just bump it. So that's our last action. So let's make sure that we haven't missed up any skill facilities. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't build this one up, right? Even if I'd want to. That's a 4, that's a 4, that's a 3. Yeah, we can't do better than a 4 or a 3 here. Because we can't make another connection, right? We're out of time. So all we can do is make an additional happiness from, you know, that skill up facility over there. There's also 1 here. And we gotta get one that's connected to this people planet here, but we just don't have any. Oh, well, we can make another legendary here. You know, it's gonna pop as well and get another culture. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, if only you could move 1 more in some places, right? Are you skilled up already? Yeah, you are. Yeah, this, right, would also do it. Surely it would, right? But hee. So much for that. This is a thing. If I had some more time, yeah, I could connect a bunch more things, right? And could have made more things culture, prosperous, and stuff. Well, we just didn't have the time to make all the connections in the world. And that's the thing the super good teleporters and stuff would have done, right? Or stream splitting or something here, but I don't know. This is fine. Like we're doing excellent here. So like, let's go over all the plans one more time and see if we can't. Like, I suppose someone could maybe improve on this. I would love to know, right? Like if a decent player wants to replay this seed and see if they can do better, I think you can do better than I did. I mean, this was a blind run, so I would imagine you could do better than this. Okay, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and send this, and we'll bask in the glory of the score that's going to show up. Let's have a look. Okay, 60,000, 70,000. Oh, now 75,302. That's not bad, right? We should look at that, right? The swap of the century, right? Yeah. Kind of, right? I think it was really important to take so much time to do that. Maybe we could do better and at the end of the game, right? We could replay that, but you know what? I'm kind of out of time today. I want to play something else too as well today. I think we'll leave it at this. We got nearly as much out of it as we could. Maybe there's a way to do it more efficiently. Kind of threw in like 3 and 4 culture into certain places, right? Like certainly like up in the right hand corner, right? I think that maybe there's a way to do 2 culture into that Arctic world. But it would probably involve, building all the slipways in a different way and all that, right? I'd hazard a guess. But yeah, I mean, 75302 for an abundant resources run where we went for, I mean, obviously, the early game. I'm going to go over this a bit so we can see, what worked and what didn't. So the quantum sensors and the culture hubs, the culture hubs are kind of, something I got in the early game, assuming we could maybe get it later. And then we went with the quantum computing early, using our researchers to get it early. Right, with the self-hosting AI. And that's sort of a recurring theme. I seem to notice that all of my best runs have quantum computing, and obviously it's the most effective way of getting science. And then economic zones, of course, is very valuable as well. You kind of use it here and there to make some money. And in the end, apart from the last 2 years or so, we were out of money every year. We did use it as efficiently as we possibly could, I think. And then spiritual growth was necessary in order to make some extra cash. And then I had the genius idea at some point, first skill download, because it was kind of amazing at that point. And of course matter transposition, where we did the whole swap nonsense. And then I had the amazing idea after stable jumps to go for sleep replacement, which turned out to be sort of amazing because we could keep building for that year and then the year after that. That was maybe not necessary, right? But it did save us about 6 months at that point, so. And the universal harmony popped up and then post-scarcity, right? Yeah, maybe we could have gotten like 10% extra happiness from the Vittori tech, 12%, right? But I don't think it was worth the 2 or 3 months. It would have probably cost us something less money, right? Culture dissemination. Post-scarcity, and finally, but not the least, right? Slipstream relay. And this would get us. I would imagine the Vittori are now the best race. Yes, they're by far. They've been involved in a couple of those really high scores recently. Well, the Euphorians and the Den are up there too, but the Bakar is lagging at only 16,000. That might change over time though. I think we still don't have enough data. I think we need another 50 or so runs and then I'll be able to get more of a verdict. This one though? It's a keeper. Definitely. Right. I'll be back in a couple more minutes, I think. And we'll be able to do something else. GG.